What up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Matt Wyatt, and today I'm going to react to the brand new teaser trailer for the upcoming HBO series that is James Gunn's new DCU called Lanterns. It's a Green Lantern series. It's telling the story about Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart in the same show together. You got the two showrunners that did Ozark, and one of them did the HBO series Watchmen, which I thought was a great choice. And this is another DCU project that is not made by James Gunn, even though that this is part of the DCU's continuity. But James Gunn was very clear that this show is going to be more grounded, more dark and gritty science fiction series, and it's going to have that more of a True Detective vibe. And when I found out that Aaron Pierre was going to be cast as Jon Stewart's Green Lantern, I was so excited because I think Aaron Pierre is a terrific actor. I remember him on a television show that he was on in another DC project that was a prequel to Superman called Krypton that was ran on Sci-Fi Channel for 2 seasons, but then it got canceled. But I thought he was terrific in that show. And he's been in some small little projects, but he was not the best well known. And when they said that he was cast, I thought he was the perfect fit for Jon Stewart, because I grew up watching Jon Stewart's Green Lantern in the Justice League animated series. That was my first exposure to the character before Hal Jordan. I know Hal Jordan is technically the main human Green Lantern, but there has been many human Green Lanterns after that, like Guy Gardner and Kyle Rayner, which we got Guy Gardner played by Nathan Fillion in the James Gunn Superman movie, and he's supposed to be making an appearance in the show as well. And at first, they were going to get Josh Brolin to play Hal Jordan, the older veteran Green Lantern, but then he turned it down for many different reasons. Then they got Kyle Chandler to be Hal Jordan, and I thought that was a great choice, and I can't wait to see them two have great chemistry together. I'm not expecting much out of the trailer because it's a teaser. They're probably not going to give us a whole lot, but they're going to give us a little bit more of what the tone is and what the show's about, and give us the whole feel to it, and seeing the on-screen chemistry between the two of them. Because Jon Stewart is pretty much going to be the rookie Green Lantern, while Hal Jordan is the veteran Green Lantern. But I'm excited, but enough of me yapping. I'm going to get into the teaser trailer right now.
With all due respect, we've been training for what, 2 months? And I haven't even worn the ring yet.
Don't get hung up on the jewelry, Junior. You're just a fucking substitute teacher. You're not ready to get up in front of the class until the ring says you are.
Damn, dropping an F-bomb, which we know that's going to be an R-rated series. Oh, no. Give him a bit of a test run.
I could have died.
You want me to train you? I'm training you.
That's his way of his methods of training the rookie.
Something is off here. I can feel it.
This is my town. You're a big shot. Noted.
Yeah, this show looks a lot more grounded and real.
Think she hates your guts.
It's the way she hates them.
This is a stupid plan.
Not that stupid.
That I don't doubt. The Green Lantern's oath
Wow.
is to protect people.
Yep, there's the suit in the closet.
We both know I do a better job of this than you.
Ooh.
This is my job. As long as I'm alive, that ain't changing. So take a deep breath, Junior.
You're old. You're tired.
Oh, there's the lantern.
Your time is up.
Looks like they're going to be at odds with one another, and Jon Stewart's going to try to do a better job as a Green Lantern than Hal Jordan.
Who are you exactly?
Hal Jordan, Green Lantern.
They're playing this off like they're cops, because they are space cops. Yep, coming out in August.
With the other lanterns.
I'm the only human. They're aliens. One of them's a fucking squirrel.
A lot of reference from the Green Lantern. So that's the official teaser trailer for the upcoming James Gunn's DCU's HBO series, Lanterns. I will say that this trailer was really, really damn good. Now, let's just be clear. This is only a teaser trailer. It didn't really show us what the story is about. What is the murder mystery? We know that the Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart are tasked to go to Earth, that there's something like odd going on in the town. There's been a murder, and this is a murder mystery. And they were very clear that this is going to be the more gritty, true detective feel. Taking these fantasy characters, bring them into the like more grounded and more real. Even though the DCU is full of fantasy, epic, sci-fi, robots, aliens, all that stuff, it's all there. But this one's going to be a little bit different. James Gunn was very clear from the beginning after the release of his movie Superman that every DCU project is going to feel different than the other. They're not going to. This show does not feel like the same tone as Superman. This show does not feel like the same tone as for the upcoming movie Supergirl and even Peacemaker. This one's more grounded and more serious with some a little bit dark humor. And in this teaser trailer, we're seeing that Hal Jordan is teaching Jon Stewart the ropes and how to be a Green Lantern. He's a rookie on the job. He's basically like a ride along with him. So he's going to have to be his partner in showing him the ropes. It does have a little bit of a Men in Black feel to it too. I mean, and Jon Stewart's basically playing the Will Smith figure, while Hal Jordan is more of the Tommy Lee Jones figure. If you really think about it, sure, the tone itself is no more True Detective, but at the same time, it does have that little bit of a Men in Black feel to it. And from what we've seen, that Jon Stewart is going to try to do a better job as a Green Lantern and actually do a better job than him because he's old. He's at the end of his ropes, basically. And it feels like they're going to be at odds with one another and they're not going to get along very well. But I know that when push comes to shove, they're going to eventually come and get along at some point. And yeah, I did see the suit that been dropped online before the trailer came out. People complaining of that might have been Hal Jordan's suit or Jon Stewart's suit, that it's a brown looking suit. And everybody was bitching and complaining, and everyone was going upward that it's not comic book accurate looking a Green Lantern outfit. If you paid attention in that teaser trailer, there's been multiple Green Lantern suits in the closet. There's not just one. There's been more than one suit. That might have been his old suit that he wore in his early days as Green Lantern. And for all we know, that we might get the upgrade. And people are going to go and bitch and complain online when they thought that what this trailer was going to be. There's going to be more of a space opera, spectacle, fantasy, epic series, when really James Gunn was very clear of what the tone of the show really is. It's going to be a more dark, grounded, gritty, true detective feel. And they were very clear on that. And it's only a teaser. They haven't given us everything. They haven't even told us what the story's about. They just gave us the sense of the introduction to Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart and their chemistry and giving us what the tone is. And I feel like we're going to get more of it in the later months, and it doesn't come out until August. And people want to bitch and complain about some of the effects, like Hal Jordan taking off flight, that it didn't look the best, which I don't agree. But even if it didn't look the best, the effects are not even done yet. This show doesn't even come out till August. I think that this is going to blow everything out of the water once that show comes out on HBO. It is my most anticipated show of the year. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait to see their take on Lanterns. And look, at the time before they did the live action series, we had a Ryan Reynolds' Green Lantern, and we had a space fantasy, and that didn't work out well. But then, granted, it wasn't well executed. It was just a terrible movie as itself. But I've mentioned this before we started doing this reaction, that I grew up watching the Jon Stewart's Green Lantern in the Justice League animated series. I've always loved the Jon Stewart character. He's different from Hal Jordan. He's a trained Marine who's all about doing everything by the book. He's basically the Boy Scout. He's basically the version of Superman, if you really think about it. He's always about doing the right thing. He always has the backbone and trying to do what's right. And I've always loved that character in the Justice League animated series. And I'm so excited to see his character come to life. I wouldn't be surprised at some point in the future in the DCU if we get a Justice League. And granted, it all depends if James Gunn is going to stay on after that whole Paramount and Warner Brothers merger start to happen. If it does happen, and it's just a big if, but I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. But if he stays on, I guarantee that at some point that Jon Stewart is going to be one of the main team of the Justice League and not Hal Jordan, because Hal Jordan is more of the veteran. This is basically passing of the torch to Jon Stewart, who is now the new human Green Lantern. And I don't know what's going to happen with Hal Jordan in the future. I'm pretty sure that if this show does well, we might potentially get a second season, maybe. But if we do, great. But overall, I still enjoy this trailer. And I'm not going to be surprised that we'll get a little bit more of what the story is about. And I'm sure that they're hiding a lot of stuff that they're not showing us yet. And at the end of the trailer, Hal Jordan name dropped Chib, a squirrel Green Lantern. So it still tries to show you that they're still in the DCU. There's still some ridiculous elements in the fantastical world. Even though that the characters and the tone itself is more grounded and real, there's still some elements that they're going to drop. A little comic book reference to the other Green Lanterns, that there is a Kilowog, there is a Tomare. Oh yeah, and I totally forgot to mention, they did not show Sinestro in this teaser trailer. They hid him. So I have a feeling that they're going to show us a little bit more of Sinestro. Because Sinestro is supposed to be the main arch nemesis of the Green Lantern Corps, who was once a Green Lantern, but then let the Yellow Ring of Power take control over him and created the Sinestro Corps and became the arch nemesis from the Green Lanterns, including Hal Jordan himself. So I'm feeling that Sinestro is behind this whole murder mystery, is the ones pulling all the strings, and they've already cast him to play Sinestro like months back before they went into production. So we're clearly going to see him at some point in the show. And I think, and they're trying to hide all the good stuff and save it for last. And also, I'm really excited for the future of the DCU. I still have a little bit of hope, and I hope that James Gunn stays on and continues this DCU, and hopefully that this thing does not go to waste. But I'm excited for his upcoming Man of Tomorrow. They're supposed to be starting to go into production next month. So yeah, they're really going full steam ahead. Regardless of what's happening with Paramount buying off of WB, if the deal even falls through. But anyway, let me know what you thought about this teaser trailer in the comment section below. If you like this reaction, make sure you hit that like button, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell notification so you know when my videos are up. And if you want to follow my social media platforms like TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, click the link tree in the description down below. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have a great day, great evening, wherever you're from, and stay tuned for more of my content.